Okay. Hello, Capricorn. This is your reading for March 2016. This is the Golden Tarot deck by Cat Black. I used it in the February love readings, which I'm so happy so many of you love those readings. So I might try to do more love readings in the future. Okay. Okay, I'm now going to cut your cards. Your first card is the Star. Okay. Second card, the Hermit in reverse. Strange how these cards keep popping up in the same signs. We have Three of Wands in reverse. We have Six of Swords. Okay. We have Death in reverse. And this is going to be at the center of your spread. Justice in reverse. This was actually in Sagittarius's spread as well. We have the Tower. We have Page of Swords in reverse, and that's been showing up quite a bit. And then we have Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. So it always bothers me that, sometimes these certain cards keep showing up over and over again with the astrological signs. And, I shuffle and I'm tempted to like reshuffle the cards. But then it occurred to me that some of these cards were meant to show up again. I think that there's some of you who might have certain signs in ascendant, certain signs, your sun sign, and then you have moon signs. And so I am aware that some of you are checking different astrological signs in your readings to get more clarity. So I thought about this. I'm like, why is it that, when I do these spreads, there are certain cards that just keep showing up, like the Star, the Hermit, um, the Star, Justice, and the Hermit have definitely been showing up. The Tower showed up for the Sagittarius reading. And I'm thinking that For those of you who might be checking your ascendant, your rising sign, your moon sign, your sun sign, um, the cards of your loved ones or your partners, then if these cards are showing up again, I think that might actually give you more confirmation about what's going on here. So it could be, for instance, the tower showed up in Sagittarius. If you're a Sagittarius checking on a Capricorn and the tower shows up again, then I think that maybe this is repeating a message. So, yeah, um, I'm just going to go with the flow here with these cards. Um, Capricorn, let's look at your major arcana and let's look at the story that's being told here, because I think you're in for some major changes here, maybe some reversals. You have five major arcana cards here. You have the Star, which is upright, the Hermit, which is in reverse, Death, which is in reverse, Justice, which is in reverse, and then the Tower card. So that's five cards out of nine. And so there might be some changes that are beyond your control and that are going to be permanent. It seems like once these changes are done, it's going to create a number of shifts. So, in one word, we have the Star, which is hope, the Hermit, which is soul searching. We have Death, which is endings and beginnings, Justice, which is fairness, and then the Tower, destruction, and then starting over. Okay. Now, the fact that Death is in the center of your spread, I think that's very significant because this is about maybe an ending that needs to happen but doesn't. Sometimes it can be a good thing. I think that you're starting this spread um, with hope, but we have reversals to where the Hermit is in reverse. The Hermit is a card of quiet contemplation, seeking solitude, um, going on a journey to seek truth and figure things out. And maybe that was something that needed to happen but didn't. I think you, Capricorn, are ready to move forward and move in a positive direction, but maybe not taking time to think things through. Um, Maybe that's something you needed to do. The Hermit, I kind of associate the Hermit with Earth, Capricorn. And I'm looking through your cards. I don't see any coins here. And I don't see, all I see for the remaining four cards are swords and wands, fire and air. Okay. I kind of associate the hermit with earth because the hermit is grounded. The hermit does go on a solitary journey searching for truth or to go through a process of coming to terms with things, thinking through things. And if that's in reverse, I think that there's no, it seems like things might be happening to where you're not stopping to contemplate or taking time alone. That if this is a relationship I'm looking at, it might be better for you, Capricorn, to take some space, or both of you take some space. Um, but it could also mean that there's some type of positive event in a relationship and you're no longer lonely. You're no longer detached from the outside world. Now we have this Three of Wands. That's in reverse. Um, Now the Three of Wands can mean a new enterprise where you're setting your boats, out. You're sending your boats out to bring back resources and prosperity, a successful venture. And so maybe there aren't any long-term plans just yet. The Three of Wands means that you're not going to be able to move forward as quickly as you would like. Um, the long-term future seems pretty up in the air right now, whatever's going on, if this is a relationship. And especially in regards to career or work or prosperity, the Three of Wands is definitely associated, has a strong association with that aspect of your life, to where if you're looking for jobs, or, you're trying to work on your money issues and your prosperity, the long-term plans might be a little uncertain. Um, and it can also mean that planning, careful planning, um, has not happened. And that's what needs to happen. Three of Wands signals making careful plans before you send those ships out, having a roadmap, and having discipline. And so when Three of Wands is in reverse, it seems to be sort of complementing this Hermit in reverse, that there needed to be more contemplation and thinking things through, um, before going into this partnership or this situation. Okay, so that's the first three cards. This is the beginning of your spread. So now we're heading into the next three cards. You have this Six of Swords here. This is the card of traveling. It can be the card of new job, a new home. Maybe you are going on a trip somewhere. Sometimes it means traveling by sea, literal travel over sea. But it can mean any type of travel, or moving to a new place, or moving or taking on a new opportunity. The swords represent, and you see the wands in the water as well. So wands are very significant here, Capricorn. Um, but you have swords, which is psychological in nature. Um, we are looking at healing as well. Sometimes the Six of Swords means emotional healing and getting yourself to a better place emotionally. And I think that's definitely what I prefer to see. Not necessarily, I'm pretty sure that there's some of you who could be doing some traveling pretty soon, or moving. But this emotional healing and, feeling, and just trying to get to a better place, I think that does have a lot to do with death being in reverse, that you're not willing to emotionally close the door on a relationship, or close the door on, a situation involving family. And not, maybe that doesn't work out in your favor, because now you have this Justice card in reverse, and then you have this Tower in reverse. And this unfairness, this, and I said this in the Sagittarius reading, the Justice card in reverse, it kind of means fairness, that the right thing will be done. And maybe the right thing won't be done. Um, the only court card we have here is this Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords can represent someone. It can represent a young person. A page is usually someone who serves the knight. A page is also someone who works to deliver messages. Swords represent the communication, or the psychological aspects of our personality. And so I have a feeling that if there's a person involved here, um, that this page here that's in reverse It could represent miscommunication. It can also represent someone who's a little irrational. Um, the card also, when it's upright, it represents a message of truth. So if it's in reverse, it could very well mean that we do not see the truth. We're blinded by the truth. And seeing that this tower comes into play here right after justice, it could be that we get blinded by the actions of another, the wrong actions of a particular person. You're taking this journey, I think, with the Six of Swords. I think you're taking you are accommodating and traveling and moving and trying to how can I say, emotionally reconcile with the situation or this person. And they might disappoint you. That's what I'm getting. Especially seeing that this Page of Swords is in reverse and it follows the Tower. And the Tower is a card of destruction, but it's a destruction that is for your own good. That, whatever, if you're not going to get closure with death, seeing that it's in reverse, the Tower sometimes comes along and there is a destruction. There is something that is completely taken out of the picture. And we might not like it. It might come out of the blue because the Tower is a very sudden energy. It'll come out of nowhere. And we really will like, why did this happen to me? This is, it could be a very significant event in our lives, but it's usually something that might need to happen. And as I said in previous readings, the Tower is an archetype. It's referring to the story of Babel, the biblical story of Babel, to where people were building this tower. Their egos were out of control. They were not heeding any advice. They wanted to build a tower that reached the heaven. And so what happened is God struck down the tower. He made everybody talk different languages. And because of that, no one finished the tower. The tower was destroyed. No one tried to rebuild it. And so sometimes things need to be knocked down because we need to we need to start over. Um, you know, but sometimes it's not always the fair thing. I'm thinking that what happens with this tower, this justice card indicates that it might not even be something that you deserve to have happen to you. It's going to happen because of the actions of a particular person or the unwise actions of a particular person. And you're here trusting this person. I think you're going in, the star is indicating hope and a trust or a belief in a future. And you are going through these emotional changes, trying to reconcile and start over, even though maybe there needs to be some closure. Maybe there hasn't been closure for things that happened in the past. Maybe this person has not done the reconciliation in the right way. They haven't said they're sorry, or there are things that they've done that they're not being accountable for. But as we go into this near future, we have the Tower. This Page of Swords indicates um, that there could be a lack of clarity or a lack of truth about the situation. This person might lie, or someone's not going to be forthcoming. And when the Page of Swords is upright, it can also mean delays. There might not be a delay. And keep in mind, the Page of Swords is right under death. That this Page of Swords is going to say, well, there's no, there are no more delays. This tower is going to happen. It's going to come into your life. And There are going to be some huge changes here that you're going to need to adjust to. That brings us to this Two of Wands. And this is also in reverse. So your Two of Wands and Three of Wands are in reverse, Capricorn. This is a fire sign as well. When the Two of Wands is when the Two of Wands is in reverse, it means that it means success is out of reach, because when you look at this card, you do see a man who has the world in his hands, and he's very wealthy, he's very prosperous, he's conquered the world. He's gotten everything that he wanted. And sometimes there are certain interpretations of this card that mean that you have everything you want and you're kind of lazy and you take things for granted. It can also mean going on a power trip or someone else going on a power trip, because now that this card is reversed, it seems like the power is also reversed. That if someone was going on a power trip, um, that has been stopped. And I think that's why the tower has occurred. I think the tower has a lot to do with this Two of Wands in reverse. That if there was a power trip or someone moving ahead or doing something that wasn't for your best good, because the Justice card is in reverse, the tower is going to rectify that. That whatever this event is, that's going to stop everything in its tracks, be it a relationship or another family situation or some legal decision. The tower is coming along to protect you. That's one of the strongest messages that came to me from this spread, that this tower is coming along to protect you, because you're the one traveling. I think you're the one going out of your way to make some type of emotional reconciliation with someone who is not giving in the same way. They're not doing the emotional work they need to do. And maybe that's why this hermit is also in reverse. And I think it's tough to let go. I think it's tough to let certain situations die or a relationship die. Um, but this tower, this event, it's going to have a lot to do with this other person as far as this relationship reading goes. I think this tower is going to have a lot to do with the actions of this person. And whatever happens, the tower is going to come along. I think this has a lot to do with delays. I don't think it's necessarily um, completely about truth. But I do think that the tower is coming because you're trying to put something off, you're trying to work at something against your better judgment, and the universe is sending the tower or this crisis or this completely undesirable situation to you for your own good, to protect you from this person or to straighten this person out. That could definitely be something that's happening. That there could be a particular person who's getting the tower that you've been helping, um, but the tower comes along to straighten out the situation. Because this Justice card is indicating, Capricorn, that the situation is not working, it's not completely fair to you, and there needs to be some fairness. Um, so I think that a lot of the things that are happening here have a lot to do with a particular partner or person in your life who is not being fair, who's taking you for granted, and you know, causing more obstacles in your life than, they're more of a liability. They're not for your highest good. That doesn't mean they can't change, But it seems as if that if you are trying to work on a relationship, that all of these major arcana cards in your spread are indicating that there are certain changes that will be coming, certain changes or events that are going to sort of shift things for good. And you're going to need to um, really deal with them in a way that's going to be for your benefit, because I think that you're not quite happy. The Six of Swords is indicating that you're not quite happy with the way things are. Even though you're positive, as indicated by the star, or the situation might be, you have a lot of hopes, but I think that this person is not, as far as this relationship reading, this person is not doing what they need to do in the relationship. They're not doing their fair share, which I think that's why the Justice card is in reverse. The Justice card could definitely refer to a legal situation. Um, it could be it could definitely be referring to a legal situation that might not go into your favor. And that's why the Tower is following the Justice card in reverse. I'm shuffling for your outcome card. Okay. And I'm also going to pull an Angel Oracle card for you as well. Okay, this is interesting and lovely because the Empress is associated with Earth, material wealth and prosperity. But the Empress is adored and she's loved and she's the mother figure. Could mean a baby coming. I think this is an adorable picture. Fertility. You see the two rabbits at her feet. And um, the Empress represents joy and happiness and stability and prosperity. Keep in mind that it doesn't mean that this comes necessarily at the precise end of the month. All of these situations could be playing out past March. But I think this Empress card is signaling some very good things. And this Empress card is in your energy. This is about Earth and the material energy as well. Fruits and growth and fertility. So this is definitely your element, Capricorn. And I think that you're going to be able to be fertile again. You're going to grow again in spite of these setbacks. I think the Tower was meant to happen, and the Empress is going to be the result. Okay? So you've got some joy and happiness that will result from all this trial and tribulation that you're going through. And my best advice is to let the Tower happen because it's really for your own good. Now, let's look at your Angel Oracle card. Okay. Your Angel Oracle card, that is strange. This came for Sagittarius as well. I do not know why Capricorn and Sagittarius are getting these. They're on the same wavelength for some reason. But Sagittarius got this for their Angel Oracle card as well, emotional sensitivity. And this is honor and respect your deep sensitivity because it is a gift to us all. Now, Capricorns, you're usually very practical, no nonsense people. But like Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, when you do have those feelings of sensitivity, it is a gift because that sensitivity does not come easily for you. It comes through a lot of wisdom. You're not one to easily trust people. But when you do give, when you do have it, and you do have it, all of us have sensitivity, no matter what astrological sign or element we are. Um, I think you need to respect that. You need to also not see it as a bad thing all the time, your feelings. Okay, you being able to feel and sense things and figure things out. I think that it's something that's necessary, which is why this hermit is in reverse. Sometimes I think we do need to be alone and allow ourselves to feel and give ourselves emotional breathing room, which is indicated by this Six of Swords. Okay, so Capricorn, that is your reading for March 2016. I apologize for it being late. Also, thanks to everybody because I've been so busy with readings. A lot of you have contacted me for readings, email readings, um, and some of you have made donations, which I appreciate. If you are interested in getting a more specific reading, look in my description. There is a link to my online appointment book, and you can book an appointment. Usually you have to do it a day in advance. I can't take any last minute appointments. Um, but I also have a wide range of services. I also have email readings for $10, where I can just do a quick spread and read it for you as well, and send you an email with a snapshot of the reading. Okay. So thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments you've left. And I am going to see you in a couple of weeks. I'm probably going to get started because of my schedule and because I've been so busy. I will probably get started on the readings in a couple of weeks, in the middle of March, so that I don't leave you guys hanging. So take care. I wish you love and light. And I will see you soon. Take care.